saxophone player, Connie. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much. You see, I'm not going to play around with that.
Lady, can you please go be the groom again? Yarra.
10, 9,
Mira, Dorita can't.
8, 7.
Sorry, guys.
No problem. Ryan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are commencing the final part of our program.
Table number 7 and table number 2, if you can please settle down. Take your seats. We're about to begin the next part.
There's still a lot of people outside. Can the people outside please make their way inside? We would like to finish within time.
Okay, and we're about to begin, everybody. If we can please have your attention and get you to settle down. So all of you know how hard Christopher works, and you know how hard with all those leave days and bonus pays working for a parastatal can be. So for all the things a dad couldn't do, there was another. In his supporting role for his performance in teaching our groom how to ride a bike, to clean some shoes, and how to jack a car, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Byron Lee Fredericks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I just want to say I've asked Brady before I started writing if there was anything that I should leave out. And he said no. So, Abby, this is really his fault. Uh, I'd like to start out by pointing that Abby looks radiant today, every bit the beautiful bride. As for Brady, well, my mother said always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. He tries hard. That's Brady trying hard, and his personality, it's great too. All right, all right. Let me introduce myself. My name is Byron Lee. I've known Brady from the time he was in his mother's tummy. Uh, I'm his oldest cousin, most handsome, most personable, most, okay, I'm his cousin. And I'm honored to be here tonight to sing Brady's praises. I met Brady the day he got home from hospital. He had the same little smile, the one that says, I'm always pleased with myself. When he smiles, it's as if he's thinking back on his many accomplishments. Before I get to the praises and the serious stuff, this is what I still remember when we were together growing up. Okay, before I say my stuff, whatever Chad said, 100%, I was there as well. Most school holidays, I used to come to Johannesburg. In that time, we used to get up to a lot of mischief, stealing sweets, getting the PIN code for the DSTV parental lock, modifying and breaking toys in the process. On the flip side to that, we had a lot of fun. Brady always got caught by the way, and Uncle Chris used to give it to him, as everybody knows. There was a point when Brady thought and acted as if he was from Durban/Phoenix. He wanted to dress like us, learn the slang, and so on. And look today, he married a girl from Phoenix. So, okay, serious. To talk of accomplishments, Brady has many, from being RCL in school, colors for drama, as we know, very good soccer player, aside from what Uncle Chris said, musician, and a warrior for Christ. When he joined Youth for Christ, Team Itemba, and graduated with his HR diploma as well. Though Brady is not just an all-star, he's an invaluable friend and cousin. Yeah, he's the kind of person who asks you how your day is and really wants to know. He's the kind that pushes you to be a better person. Brady's the kind of person that answers his phone when you're having one of those lowest moments in your life, and always help me out no matter the time of day. No questions asked. Thank you, brother. As I said, Brady is a man of many accomplishments. Today definitely speaks to both these qualities. Today counts as one of Brady's biggest accomplishments to date. Committing to a woman like Abby, as well as committing to devoting all of the friendship and love that he has within himself to another person, and his wife and best friend. You've always inspired me to be a better person. Brady, even though I'm older, today you are becoming a man and starting a family. Remember this, and this was told to me as well. A before B. Happy wife, happy life. Lastly, I just want to wish you two a lifetime of happiness, the kind of deep growth that comes from loving another being, not yourself. A life of love, continued imagination. It will be an honor for all of us to witness your journey together. Abilene, Brady, congratulations.
Thank you, Byron. Just a quick notice again, if you could please respect the speakers that are in front, and please use your inside voices. Those are the voices that sound like this when other people are speaking like this. Thank you very much. And if the waiters could also just wait a little bit more, or in between speakers, maybe when I'm speaking you can clear tables as well, so there's minimum movement. KB and I, as a duo, we really value criticism, and during the break we were told that we're really not funny enough. And so quickly Brady found somebody to fill in for us. He called in a family friend, so I'm going to call up Uncle Chris Pillay to come and tell his jokes. Round of applause for Chris Pillay.
bride and the bridegroom, the pastors, I see quite a many pastors here, the parents, friends, relatives, and everybody else. Thank you all for coming to make this a great day for them. I can see we're running short of time. Lunch started late. I won't keep you long. That's what Elizabeth Taylor said to her 8 husbands. I won't. So I won't keep you long. Just a few words to help them with their marriage life and to put some joy into your hearts. Marriage. Marriage is not a word, it's a sentence. It's actually a life sentence. Marriage is love and love is blind. Therefore, marriage is an institution for the blind. Marriage is an institution in which a man loses his bachelor's degree and a woman gets a master's. A married life is full of excitement and frustration. In the first year of marriage, a man speaks and a woman listens. In the second year of marriage, the woman speaks and the man listens. In the third year of marriage, they both speak and the neighbors listens. Getting married is not much like going to the restaurant with your friends. You order what you want, and when you see what the other fellow has, you wish you have ordered that instead. There was this man who muttered a few words in the church and found himself married. A year later, he muttered something in his sleep and found himself divorced. Love is one long sweet dream, and marriage is the alarm clock. When a newly married man looks happy, we know why. But when a 10-year-old man, 10 years married man looks happy, we wonder why. When a man steals your wife, there is no better revenge than to let him keep her. Marriage is a man and a woman becoming one. The trouble starts when they decide which one. At a cocktail party, a woman said to another, "Aren't you wearing the ring on your wrong finger?" The other replied, "Yes, I've married the wrong man." A man is incomplete until he gets married. Then he is finished. It doesn't matter how often a married man changes his job, he still ends up with the same boss. Some of you all didn't get that. The wife is the boss. When a man opens the door of his car for his wife, you can be sure of one thing. Either the car is new or the wife is. This is just to make you laugh. Marriage can be a good thing if you make it still unmarried. Do not be that scared. Marriage is better than waking up next to an empty pillow. There was 2 people having an argument. Two black people having an argument on the ground, and the boss was standing from the balcony and listening to them. And they was arguing that language. The boss didn't understand what they were saying. Eventually, a woman said, "Ak, Sugaman," and she walked away. The boss called him up and said, "What's wrong, John? What's the problem?" They said, "Ah, boss, you know how the women are. They like the road, you know. He says, what's this now? He says, they lack the road. The boss didn't understand. And one of the chaps who was there came to explain to the boss, you know. But this man was still talking. He says, the more the caves, the more the dangerous. So this other chap explains to the boss and says, now, what he means is the woman is like a road. The more caves, the more dangerous she is. The more the caves, the more the dangerous. One gardener said to the other, you know, I prayed to the good Lord to give me an angel as a partner. But the devil sent me my wife. I went a couple months on a ship, this ship that leaves Durban and go to a 4-day trip to Mozambique, etc. And then in the top of the deck, they have that play. Everybody gets together and they listen to the jokes and they do some plays and they do some acting. And this one Italian woman said to them, go. There was about 10 girls in the front. They were to go and do what she tells them to do. She says, go and get me a socks with a hole in it. A socks with a hole in it. So they all ran to everybody. Some of the men took off the socks and gave it to them. One lady, I see she's making a hole in the socks. She's trying to make a hole in one of the socks. Eventually, they all finished off. And she said to them, listen, to get a hole in a socks, just take the socks, there is a hole to put your feet in. So that is a socks with a hole in it. And to the bride and the bridegroom, I just want to say, in the last verse of Psalms 23, surely goodness and mercy shall follow thee all the rest of the days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris Pillay. What's a wedding without some dad jokes, right? If you're wondering why there's pieces of papers on your tables, that is for you to write down wishes for the bridal couple. So please, if you have a moment, just write down. So this is what they look like. I don't know, this is what they look like. So if you can just write a short message, send it to the side of the table, someone will collect it. But anyway, being a leading lady in the Chamber of Secrets means you've been equipped with the gift of longevity of friendship. For our outstanding performance in the series of Best Friend, 14 years strong, ladies and gentlemen, she insists I only call her Nikki. Round of applause.
Good evening to one and all, friends and family, friends who have become family. For those of you who don't know me or of me, I am Abby's best and closest friend. It's actually rather difficult to come up with anything nice to say about Abby that hasn't already been said. Abby, I've written this speech 100 times over, and there still are no words that I could come up with to explain how much I love you and how much you mean to me. You make life beautiful, and anyone who knows you can be a testament to that. I couldn't have asked for a better sister. Abby entered my life a long time ago, about 15 years, I think. I don't really recall exactly, because I can't remember a time where she was not in my life. Abby has always been my best friend and my constant reminder that it is not what you have, but rather who you have as we walk through this crazy thing called life. She's the girl I can count on to pick me up on every floor I've ever laid on, to believe in me when I'm struggling to believe in myself, to celebrate my greatest highs alongside with me, and to tell me when I'm being slightly ridiculous. It's a very rare thing when you find someone who is both happy for your happiness and sad for your sadness. And when that happens, that person becomes family. So for those of you who are waiting for embarrassing stories, you're going to have to keep waiting. In this family, we take those to the grave. Brady, I knew when I met you that you were going to be the one to give Abby everything she ever dreamed of. I'm so excited to have Brady as a brother. Brady, I just want you to remember to say those 3 special words to her every single day. You are right. Whenever you are wrong, be a man and admit it. Whenever you are right, say nothing. As they say, a man who gives in when he is wrong is wise. A man who gives in when he is right is married. It's very honoring when someone like Abby asks you to stand with her on what is undoubtedly one of the biggest days of her life. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this special day with you. In fact, I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here. It goes without being said how much it means to both Abby and Brady to have all of you here to celebrate this special day with them. Okay, enough with the mushy stuff. For the rest of my speech, I think I might need a little help. So DJ, hit that beat for me. So here's a story all about how Brady and Abby took that vow. I'd like to take a minute, so sit right there, and I'll tell you all how my sister became Mrs. Lawrence, yeah? Dubs is a place we were born and raised, North Secondary where we spend most of our days. This is where I met her, which was pretty cool. We were the most popular in high school. But we didn't hang out, we moved in different crowds, because that really was it was all about. Then a couple of years, we met up again. She made me remember why she was my friend. But then she was off to Josie, which made me want to cry. But now she's with this awesome guy. Looking back, I'm really kind of glad, because this is where you met this amazing lad. They met at a church where they both became friends. He was a lot of fun. From the way she talked about him, I knew that he had to be the one. He looked really cute and he was so sweet. They never did fight. Plus, it's a bonus, they are the same height. I knew he was different from the rest. She kept telling me that he was the best. So they fell in love, it was meant to be. And then Brady got down on one knee. And now we're all here with family and friends to celebrate a love that will never end. Brady, I'm so glad I get to call you my brother, because your love for my sister is like no other. Not done, guys, not done. My music cue stopped, but I'm not done. She's the best friend that I've ever had, and I know you'll be there for the good and the bad. Well, that's really all there is from me about this beautiful love story of Brady and Abby. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Nikita. Whilst Carl and Tracy get ready for their item, we hear that what happens in Germany stays in Germany. So, for his role as head of Secret State, ladies and gentlemen, Bryson Govender.
now? Yes? Here we go. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you? Everybody good? For once in my life, I'm glad that there's a bright light shining on my face. You can actually see me. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Bryson Govender. And I have the privilege and honor of standing before you today as Brady's best friend and one of his groomsmen. So Brady and I go back to 2006 where we first met. And it started where we'd go on family holidays together. It's where we first met, and camping holidays to be specific. And I remember times where we'd get together and plan how we would steal our father's alcohol to sneak it into our tents and have 1-2 shots. So I told you no secrets, but one of those things. And it grew from that to us actually walking along the pools and flexing our abs, what used to be of it. It clearly has changed. So yeah, it was, that was it. We're showing off our once upon a time abs by the pools. We grew from that, a hyperactive naughty boys to young men with dreams and aspirations and a very strong foundation in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So Brady, to me, is more than just a friend. He's a brother. And earlier this year, on the 21st of March, I had the privilege of having Brady stand by my side as one of my groomsmen. And today I have the honor by standing by his side. And yes, today some might say that he has a new best friend, which is very true, very, very true. But as Brady is my brother, Abby, you're now my sister. So happiness in y'all's marriage is something that just doesn't happen. A good marriage is created. It's a step by step. Brady, Abby, marriage is an art. And the little things are actually the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It's always remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's at no time taking the other for granted. So your courtship should not end after the honeymoon, but continue for a lifetime. It is having mutual sense of values and common objectives, standing together facing the world. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other, but rather it is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which one can grow, and it is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. And finally, it is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, the dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. And it is discovering what marriage can be at its best. So I'll leave you two with a short poem. A marriage is a promise that two hearts gladly make, a promise to be tender, to help, to give and to take. A marriage is a promise to be kind and understanding, to be thoughtful and considerate, fair and undemanding. A marriage is a promise to share one life together, a love-filled promise meant to be kept lovingly forever. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bryson. Well, we bless your senses once again with a sensational duo and one of their brand new hit covers by Carl and Tracy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, before we do this, I just got to say something on behalf of this beautiful wedding couple. My wife and I, we've been tasked to sing for you guys on behalf of this wedding couple. Abby, congrats. We're so glad you found Brady. Brady, congrats. We're so glad you found Abby. The two of you, from the day we met you, we knew that you guys were made for each other. Secondly, this is to my man, the Bunchy. Growing up, it's been quite an excursion with Brady. As much as he spent a lot of time with Chad and a lot of times with his other cousins, I'd just like to mention that Brady grew up wanting to be me. So with that said, I just want to say congrats to you guys, and especially to you, Brady. You've achieved a wonderful milestone. You are now officially married, just like me. Here goes.
Oh, thinking about our younger years, there was only you and me. We were young and wild and free. And now nothing can take you away from me. We've been down that road before, but that's over now. You keep me coming back for more.
Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. Love is all I need, and I find it there in your heart. It isn't too hard to see we're in heaven.
Oh, once in your life you find someone who will turn your world around, pick you up when you're feeling down. Now nothing can change what you mean to me. Oh, it's a lot that I can say, but just hold me now, 'cause our love will light the way.
'Cause baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven. Love is all that I need. When I find it there in your heart, it isn't too hard to see we're in heaven.
Now our dreams are coming true, for the good times and the bad.
Love to see it through, yeah. Now my dreams are coming true,
For the good times and the bad.
and I'll be standing there by you. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Love is all that I need, and I found it there in your arms. It isn't too hard to see we're in heaven. We're in heaven.
We're in heaven.
We're in
heaven.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Carl and Tracy. Absolutely amazing. I think I want to book you guys for my wedding, if you don't mind. But finally, our last speaker, friends and family speaker, is a special one. He is a mutual friend of both Brady and Abby and has known them for a very long time. knowing Brady for essentially his whole life and knowing Abby for over 10 years. And I believe he was an essential piece of the puzzle that created this union. For his stellar performance in the category of Best Wingman. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Daryl Davar. Daryl. Okay. Thank you. Now, you like taking your time, man. You like taking your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, apostles, prophets, teachers, evangelists, behold! Okay, I hope you guys are all awake. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank Jesus, first of all, and the speakers. I'd like to thank the Dash and K, B, E, E, and Robin. I met Brady at Ethan Joseph's first birthday party. Brady and Dylan sang a version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How ironic, the song you sang was the song I met Brady. Okay, Abby and I also met through Ethan. Wow, put your hands together for Ethan. Ethan Joseph, hoorah! Are you guys awake? This is the graveyard shift. Okay, so Ethan, as well as Nolene Naidu and Abby Chetty at the time, had to babysit Ethan. We fed him all the wrong things and we had to try and resuscitate him in the evening. Okay. Abby and I became good friends through our love for music and her amazing ability to live and quote the Bible. Yes, she can quote the Bible. I remember your first sermon you preached. I still remember the purple Bible that you read and prayed every night. So, how the story began. Abby moved on her own to Randburg, and she needed someone to take her shopping. So you bought a pair of white boots because she was going to sing in the choir at Gate Ministries. White boots. I couldn't tell her anything. I was like, Abby, you're drawing attention. White boots. White boots. So Sunday evening, watching Carte Blanche, as I usually do, all alone, I got a call. Hey, Lani, how are you? Brady, is that you? Yeah. How are you, Lani? I'm okay. Brady, how's Man United? No, sharp. Man United is doing well. He then went straight to the point. He said, Daryl, you know what? You know, we had Gate and we connected. So, you know what? There's a girl with white boots. Okay. So Bryson was in the back. Ask him, Lani, ask him, tune him one way. Tune him. Tell him, don't waste time, ask him. So I said, okay. Yeah, I know this girl. He says, no, can I have Abby's number? Now, one thing you need to know about Abby, you don't ever give a number out to anybody. She will kill you. She will then bury you and get rid of the body real quick. So you never ever give the number out. But anyway, I phoned Abby and I said, I'm going to give the number over. But we need to thank somebody else. I was not instrumental in this. There was an Ocean Basket Sunday lunch. We need to thank Annie. Annie Joseph, she was instrumental, and Dylan as well. So they brought them together. Ringo, where's Ringo? Ringo, can I have an amen there? Ringo in the bed. So they got everybody together. And so it was not only me. There was a couple late night visits. We had to go visit in Randburg, play some music and sing. But we did it. Brady, we did it. So I'm going to give you something very special. Okay, you don't need to open it now. Everybody can see this? This is a box. Yeah, don't open it. You can open it later. So most people get married believing that marriage is a beautiful box full of all the things they've longed for: companionship, intimacy, friendship, etc. The truth is that marriage at the start is an empty box. You must put something in before you take anything out. There is no love in marriage. Love is in people, and people put love into marriage. There is no romance in marriage. You have to infuse it into your marriage. A couple must learn the habit of giving, loving, serving, praising, and building eternal purpose, which will help keep the box full. If you take out more than you put in, the box will become empty. So this box I give you, fill it up with all the joy, love, and memories that you can. Okay, always remember it. So I'm just going to say 2 songs that come to mind. So Dale, Ralph, and everybody. Abby, you don't need to pretend that aeroplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. You're really living a wish right now, a wish right now. Nelly Furtado, all good things. Flames to dust, friends to lovers. All good things will not come to an end. Flames to dust, friends to lovers. All good things will not come to an end. There's a shifting in your life, an internal purpose, a brand new day. Live it right now, and I love you both. Behold! I'm out of here.
Daryl, Daryl, Daryl.
Just a second. Daryl, we kind of hate the fact that you're watching Carte Blanche alone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want this guy, one of the greatest, funniest guys you'll ever meet, please contact 072-527-5543. That's 072-527-5543. Thanks, Daryl.
I'll meet you at the bar for cream soda.
Daryl is truly one of my most favorite people. Love this guy. Speak to him, you'll get so much life. But anyway, we're nearing the end of all the events, and the highlights of the evening begin.
We introduce to you Johannesburg making her maiden address as a married woman. Please put your hands together and welcome up Mrs. Abeline Lawrence.
Woo!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by sharing a short scripture from John chapter 14, verse 6. And Jesus said to them, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through me. So I stand before you all in the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I am simply because God is. This makes me a testament to my spiritual values that my mom and dad instilled in me as a little child. As a little girl, my eyes was wide open to a wellspring of love, laughter, and affection from my family. I am a product of those early and pivotal years when my parents modeled onto me a world that was happy, safe, and trustworthy. My siblings, close family, and friends will attest to the happy child that I was and still am. I laugh when I'm happy, much to the amusement and sometimes annoyance of you all. I like to think of my laughter as armor forged by my parents, who have been so instrumental in my life. Like blacksmiths stationed in an armory of love and joy, they work tirelessly to adorn me in the spirit of laughter that paved the way for me to be resilient and tenacious. I am eternally grateful to you, Mom and Dad, because it is the very spirit of godly joy that endures in me. Thank you for giving me the gift of youthfulness and that eternal light from God. I love you both dearly. To my brothers, Takato and Apollos, my protective wall. Mind you, stronger than the wall Donald Trump wants to erect between the US and Mexico. Well, I want to thank you both for having my best interest at heart, for always advising and caring for me, and being the coolest brothers ever, even though the both of you were very strict with me, as older brothers ought to be. To my one and only sister, Claudia, where and how do I begin to describe what you mean to me? You showed me what it means to be a responsible adult. You truly lead by example. I am in awe of the life that you and Carl have cultivated. As you've seen me grow, I've also seen you grow into this beautiful superwoman who's a wife, mother, daughter, sister, and a professional in your workplace. You epitomize what it means to be a lady, graceful, classy, and poised. You are the blueprint of the spiritual life, marriage, and family that I aspire to have one day. Thank you for leading by example, and I love you all very much. And then to the following women, I like to call the Golden Girls. My grandmother, Ramba Neela Naidu. Smile, mommy. You are my closest confidant. We always make it a point to call each other whenever and wherever we are. You're more than my grandmother. You're my best friend. You too, Nikita. And I love you very much, mommy. To my paternal grandmother, Soundla Chetty. People always tell me that I inherited how I look from you. Thank you for your continuous love and support, and for those amazing genes. Not the Levi's genes, your biological genes, Gran. And to my two new additions, can you guess who they are? Granny Lily and Dolly Ma. I love you both so much, and I'm so privileged to have your wisdom and love a part of my life. So if my parents were the fruits of my youthfulness, then this next individual takes me from childlike exuberance to the point at which I'm always trying to be the best version of my adult self. In fact, today marks that day that I evolve into a new phase of womanhood, which is being a wife to Brady Ethan Lawrence. A new era and chapter of my life begins today with a man who makes me feel excited of this next phase of our lives together. I give all thanks and glory to God for bringing him into my life at a time where I had to give careful thought to the kind of people that I wanted to move forward with in my future. I felt fulfilled within myself before Brady came into my life. However, it was only upon meeting him and through our courtship that I realized what was absent from my life. Somehow he showed me love and affection without having to actually say that he loved and cared for me. As our relationship deepened, I was struck by his actions, how he protected, provided, and cared for me. I feel incredibly special without him patronizing or making me dependent on him, but instead empowering me at the same time. It's the first time that a man has been able to walk that fine line between recognizing his own strength and also mine and my power as a woman, without being intimidated by it. I have to say that it takes a real man to recognize a woman's strength. Brady, you are a wellspring of love, affection, kindness, and warmth. And most importantly, I trust and feel safe with you. One of Brady's most defined qualities is simply his effortless, unconditional love that he demonstrates to everyone around him and in everything he does, and especially to me. On that note, they say the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, and this cannot be truer, because when I met Brady's parents, I could see everything that was so beautiful about him through them. Brady is the man that he is because of his parents, and I want to thank you, Auntie Christine and Uncle Chris, for raising such a fine and decent human being. Both of you have welcomed me into the family with open arms. You have been so gracious, loving, and accepting of me as I am. And I feel incredibly blessed to be a part of your huge family. People always refer to their spouse as either he or she completes me, but I don't feel that way about Brady. Instead, I like to think that he complements me and I do him, because we always challenge and lovingly support each other to the best version of what God has ordained for us. We are of the flesh, but more importantly, we are of the Spirit too. We always put God first, above all, and in doing so, I know that we will always remain husband and wife under His protection. With that said, I love you so much, Brady, and here's to the beginning of our forever together.
Thank you so much, Abby. That was such an amazing speech. But Abby, just, one thing you forgot to mention in your Thanksgiving, where it all started, Sons Connect. You didn't even thank us young people. I felt a little neglected there, but it's okay. Welcoming now a man whose left hand has gained some favorable weight. Put your hands together for the happiest man in the world right now, Mr. Brady Ethan Lawrence.
Abba, Father, I just want to say thank you for this beautiful woman that you've graced me with. Thank you for this beautiful woman that you've blessed me with. Thank you, Abba, Father, for your protection over my life thus far. Thank you that you've enabled me and equipped me and blessed me with the opportunity to be here today to make a covenantal commitment to a son of God, to a partner in life. And together, I thank you, Abba, Father, for giving us the opportunity to glorify and serve you and become an accurate representation on this earth. In Jesus' name, amen. Most people say I want to thank God first, but I actually thank God before I thanked you. You just got to excuse me a little bit. It hasn't been easy to write this speech. I wrote it about 6 times. I had about 6 pages, and I erased it about 12 times. Because trying to give my gratitude or trying to express my gratitude to everybody it's been a mountain. It's been a challenge. And while rehearsing the speech, I realized you may even fall asleep because it actually, I hate to say this, but it was turning into a bit of a sermon. So I scrapped it. Everybody knows I like to speak. That's my thing. My style. I like it wild. So, yeah. So I just want to, if you didn't know, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I will do the vote of thanks. So it's not only my speech, but it is also the vote of thanks. I would like to first and foremost thank my parents. I'm going to touch on them, but I want to thank my parents, Christina and Christopher. If you didn't know, that's a match made in Christ. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Selvin Chetty and Pamela Chetty for embracing me as literally, like, I'll kid you not, like a knife through butter. I think the minute they saw me, they were like, hello, my son, hello, my son. You know Selvin, if anybody knows Selvin, I know Selvin. Oh, my son, hello, my son. So you know what, it wasn't hard feeling welcome. So thank you to Pam and Selvin Chetty. From the bottom of my heart, you guys have raised, absolutely stunning today, I must say. But you guys have raised a God-fearing child of God, a God-fearing sister, a God-fearing now wife, and she will forever be a God-fearing mother, grandmother, great grandmother. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Most people have issues, you know, when they enter. You know, when you have a girlfriend, you're always nervous. Hey, what are parents going to think of me? And I hope she prepped her parents. And hey, man, I didn't even think of that. I was like, can I get this thing over with so we can get to the next step? You know what I'm saying? Come on now, we don't got no time to play games. That's my style. I like it wild. So I just want to give credit where credit is due, and thank you very much. I would like to thank our spiritual parents and senior elders at GMS, Pastor Tama and Marola Naidu, as well as Trevor and Denise Noel, and Justin Daniel. To Justin Daniel, where are you, Justin Daniel? I heard you saying something on Saturday. I just want to say this. Auntie Cynthia has given you the nod of approval, I assure you that. Thank you very much. And thank you to the GMS eldership team that was present, to all the members of the clergy and all the pastors that are present. Thank you very much. To my groomsmen, these oaks, man, talking lies on the stage here. No, I'm the one talking lies, I'm sorry. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I am happy to say, with a sad heart, but a very happy heart, that I now have a new best friend. I now have my own family. So, for all the times you stood by me, whether good or bad, and there has been some bad times when I've been stressing about this lady. Hey, does she like me? She don't like me, you know? Yo, I don't know, must I buy this shoe, buy that shoe? You know, some of the guys will be like, Brady, just be yourself, man. If she don't like you, then too bad. You know? I mean, these guys didn't even have some cushion. It would be like, too bad. Life goes on. But that's what you need. Good friends, good family. They're able to tell you the truth. They're able to tell you the truth because the truth will set you free. Why would they want to not be truthful with me? So, gentlemen, thanks for your honesty. Thanks for your accountability. Thanks for your integrity, your loyalty. Most of all, thank you for being my best friends. To my MCs, absolutely fantastic. Guys, I don't even have to ask you. Come on. I'm sure you can do better than that. You want me? Come on, guys. Let's give it up for KBB and Robinho. I'm not going to do that whole thing because Dylan, hey. Oh, he now expects royalties. But let me tell you something. When I asked my brother to give a speech, I told my now wife, if this guy is over 2 minutes, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have been so hot in here. So, to my best man, prim and proper, from the time you were born, God knew I could not only be the shining star. So he gifted to both my parents and myself an absolute champion. The first person to keep me accountable in every aspect. I want to thank you for teaching me how to share. Guys, you do not know how hey, I wish I could tell you everything, but for time purposes, I cannot. But my brother has really taught me how to share. And it's from that teaching and that foundation, I have learned how to share with my wife now. I'm really proud of you, dude. You become a man of real integrity and great stature. You're a trendsetter, jet setter, and you will be on his jet in a couple of days. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you being my keeper. You know, many people do not know this. I'm the oldest, but I look up to this guy. Trust me, if you want to learn something, speak to Dylan. He'll teach you something. To my parents, Christine and Christopher, I heard people saying, you know, this is the most this is our greatest day of our lives. And I'm sure in some way my birth was your greatest day. So now, you know, I actually have somebody to compete with. Not to say that you must compete with your parents. Trust me, you will fail. I mean, to raise me, imagine you had to raise another like me. Gosh. To my first role model, my idol, the man who taught me how to be a man, my dad. I love you, Dad. I love you with all that I have. You have an uncanny way of caring. You have, I'll tell you, you guys do not know. To me, you were always strict, and I would always watch your behavior with everybody else, and I think, how come that man's not that man at home? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? But little did I know that you were protecting me for days like this. Had you not been the father you are, I would never be able to accomplish such a feat as getting married. So, Dad, I love you very much. I know I will never be greater than my father, but Dad, I can assure you I will do greater things. To the following sponsors, Alayoff Brothers, Twist, The Artist, Carney, Monte Vista Wedding Venue, Peter Mulder, The Laser Company, Branded Water, Macian, Topiary, Isitombe, Outlandish, Michaela, Mighty Fine, Red Fudge, Uncle Junior and Carol Moodley, Uncle Gaines and Rita Naidu, Nolene and Sheldon Singh, Uncle Ashok and Auntie Angie and family. To the cook, Pravesh and his cooking team, thank you very much. If I have left out anybody, you must understand, I had to have nerves of steel this morning. And during the end, before our wedding, it was quite chaotic. So I really apologize if I have missed anybody. I think my wife can help me for the first time. Love, did I miss out anybody? Huh? She says she doesn't think so. So guys, if I missed you out, you can blame her. Oh, sorry. I would like to thank Serena and Vikram Jagessa. I have to say Jagessa because it sounds nice. Jagessa. For the cake. They're good friends of ours. We absolutely appreciate you guys. I also would like to thank, I don't know about many of you guys, but at y'all's weddings. But guys, my boss is at my wedding. I want to give a massive shout out to the ESCOM Expo for Young Scientists. Pati Chetty, Rencha Riba, Boipelo, and Krishni Naidu. Not many people share special days with their work colleagues. But I'd like to think that my colleagues are actually my family when I'm away from my family, because they look after me in that way. So thank you guys very much. I know they'll probably ask me funny questions when I get back to work. But hey, that's what family does. They look after you. Okay. To my wife, I am so happy to say that. I've said it before today, but it wasn't hitting home like how I'm saying it now. To my wife, my popsicle, my paparapa. Most people come up and they say how much they love their wife, but I'm sure you can see how much I love my wife. I don't have to tell you, but I'd actually prefer to show you. So if you're a family, stick around for the many years. I hope that the love that I have for my wife will be a good example to everybody. And I know I'm saying that a bit premature because I haven't lived with her yet, but let me tell you something. I've got some good advice. I've got some excellent advice. Love, put God first. Everything that you are, everything that we are, is by the grace of God. Many people make a lot of movement but no progress. So I would like to tell you, in the last 2 years, Poppy, you have made progress. You are an absolute star. You are the ultimate example of how nothing and no one can stop you from achieving your dreams. If anybody had to ever ask or say it's impossible, I would just say, please ask my wife. You are so beautiful. And yes, you're not perfect, but I love it like that. Because I'm not perfect. I was getting perfect, but God knew if I was perfect, I probably wouldn't know Him much. So He had to humble me in some way, hence my height. Thank you for loving me, even in my own imperfections. Guys, it's not easy with Abby. Abby is very opinionated. And if you got two opinionated people in one place, it's catastrophe. You don't even want to know. Baby, dreams without goals are just dreams. It fuels disappointment. You have goals. And look at how you're living your dreams. You show me how to apply discipline, obedience, and consistency every day. Guys, this is hard work. Let me tell you, consistency, discipline, and obedience is hard work. And every day, Abby makes a point to show me in some way that, hey, you must be consistent. Don't tell this fella one thing, go to the other fella and say you didn't tell that fella that thing. Be consistent. I am forced to be disciplined. Guys, I've never used Google Calendar, but let me tell you something, my calendar's flooded. My calendar's flooded. I can even, wedding planning, weeks after weeks. Now I'm forced to be disciplined enough to know that I have a responsibility to this lovely young lady. Your hard work works. You're a hard worker. Your hard work works. Working really hard is what makes you so successful. And in that success, you become an example even to me. Babe, always say thank you for what's already yours. You know for a fact that every day I wake up and I always think, how can I make Abby smile today? And there are days where I wake up thinking, how can I make Abby smile today? And it was the wrong thought, because Abby not smiling the whole day. So I just want to leave you guys knowing that I'm going to quote something to Abilene, and it is from somewhere else. It is not my own words, but I thought it was very fitting. Abby and I have come through a very, very, very challenging year, and it would be very selfish of me to not tell her what kept me going through this year. And no, ladies and gentlemen, it's not something spiritual. Although the underlying anchor in my life is Jesus Christ, but sometimes you find something or you hear something that you really latch onto. And I want to tell you this. And if you know from where this is from, then hey, you know what, I'll give you some credit. Baby, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It is a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and it will keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that's not you. You are better than that. So I just want to say that that is what kept me through all our challenges. And that is what I want to tell you on our wedding day. That we have got the blows, we've taken the hits, but babe, we are still moving, because it's not how hard you can get hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving on. Also want to say something to everybody that's present here. Thank you very much for making the time, for making the effort, the inconvenience, buying new outfits and sweating like this over here. Oh, I appreciate it, because I myself am going through the same pain. I do appreciate it, so thank you very much. I would like to say that my greatest weakness in my marriage, my greatest strength is that I will love too much. But my greatest weakness should be that I love so much that I don't know how to stop loving. And that is something that epitomizes a lady that is seated here today. And that is my mother. My mother has the ability to love no matter what. Doesn't matter what you do, what you say, who you with, what you did it, who you with and what you did it, what you did. She has the ability to love unconditionally, and let me tell you, that is where I get my characteristic of love. Because even when I'm getting, the one person to come and console me is my mother. She will never take my side, but she'll tell me how my father's doing the right thing. It was painful love. And today I want to say, Mom, I love you very much. And I'm also sad to say that you are no longer my queen. I have a new queen. I don't say that in a bad way. I say it in a good way. I say it because you are the person that showed me what I'm actually looking for. You are the person that showed me that it's okay to be imperfect, but if you have the ability to unconditionally love, it overcomes everything. And most people tend to forget about their moms, because mom is not regarded as a breadwinner. But let me tell you, in my heart, my mother is my breadwinner. And it is painful to say goodbye, but I am so incredibly happy that the best examples I could ever wish for was you and Dad. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We will never forget you. I also would like to say, just because you know where we're going to live, it doesn't give you Kate Blanchett with the address. I mean, it doesn't give you carte blanche to come whenever you feel like, because you may itch to come whenever you feel like. And if you do come uninvited, I'll just pretend like there's nobody at home. So, sorry, one last thank you is to Pastor Justin Naidu. I don't know if he's still here. Okay, sorry, I forgot that. And our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is we are powerful beyond measure. It's not your darkness, but your light that frightens others. Who are you? I'm sorry, I wanted to quote the whole thing, but for time purposes I won't. But it is your light, not your darkness, that frightens others. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you take away from here today, remember to let your light shine. Love one another. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brady. One thing you forgot to, Brady, my man. One thing you forgot to mention about your mother that you love so much is her cooking. Ne? You love her cooking. Brady keeps going on and on about her cooking. I've had her cooking. It's amazing. But from now onwards, Brady, my man, whose cooking is the best from now onwards? Thank you. As long as you remember that, we'll have no problems.
Just in case you weren't tired of our dry jokes yet, we're about to do something different, which is called a dry toast. So we're going back to the root of a toast, which is simply to wish the couple well. There's no need to charge your glasses for this one. Simply use your hands to put them together and welcome up Tristan Naidu.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin with a short poem. There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of love. There shall be seasons refreshing sent from the Savior above. Well, Abby, my, you look absolutely flawless, really beautiful and stunning. And Brady, you don't look half bad yourself. A warm thanks to all that have driven and flown out here to share this majestic day with us. For those who don't know, I am the bride's cousin. Okay, she didn't mention Tristan. I'm going to share with you all 3 things about the bride that you don't know. 1, she hates roaches. Well, don't we all? 2, she loves jazz music, probably because she grew up in the music era listening to George Benson. Those were the good times. 3, she loves outdoor adventures. Mr. Brady, aren't you in for a treat? Now the groom. As you saw earlier, he gave all his United jerseys to the dancer, as now he has a closet full of Liverpool jerseys after Sunday's match. Music, too. He loves his keyboard and guitar. Keep on praising Jesus, my man. 3, he doesn't like Michael Jackson. He likes Boy George. Kama Chameleon, very fancy. 2 more great surprises in life. As you can see, y'all are surrounded by friends and family here today that will continue to love and support y'all as y'all begin y'all's new lives together. With that being said, we're going to do something never done before, a dry toast. Now if you're sitting and wondering what that means, don't think about toast and tea with your choice of ghee or sunshine D. If you didn't get it by now, this toast is not being done with any beverages. So let's all say cheers to the bride and groom. I never count to 3 though. So one more time, right? 1, 2, 3, cheers.
Okay, we're going to ask our bride to start getting ready to stand up. And we're going to begin with the dances now. And the first one is the bride to dance with her father.
So please, DJ, get the music ready. Turn down the lights. And let's watch this amazing moment.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough
And now, for the first dance, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence.
When the girl in your arms is the girl in your heart, then you've got everything. When you're holding the dream you've been dreaming you'd hold, you're as rich as a king. So hold her tight and never let her go. Day and night, let her know you love her so. With the love of your life, spend a lifetime of love. Make her yours forevermore.
Yeah, you can come.
Well, that concludes our part for this part of the evening at least. To those joining via live stream,
Shout out to my mom, we made it.
and to you, our honored guests.
From Robin and I, thank you for a wonderful night and blessings to the bridal couple.
Please stay with us and dance the night away. The dance floor will be open and dessert will be served on the left outside.
Good night, and ladies, I can only dance with you one at a time. Thank you, thank you. That is all. That is all.